welcome to the Soul Garden. My name's Niall. It's been a while since I've made a video, so I thought I'd get back on it. I think there's been a lot going on in the last year. I think everyone can appreciate what's been happening. So yeah, anyway, so I just want to really talk about what the Soul Garden is about, really, first of all, as well as showing my progression of myself and my spiritual journey of understanding me being a spiritual being in a physical body, a fifth dimensional being with a fourth dimensional consciousness, living a third dimensional reality, as I put it. It's also a channel to help people understand themselves, because I know coming from my perspective, when I was starting my journey, I didn't know where to go. I didn't know who to talk to and how to express what I was going through. And I think these videos, much like a lot of people on YouTube, we're here to help people like yourself, like us, to understand that we're not alone. We're never alone, man. It's all one, never alone, right? All one. And yeah, so I hope this video helps, really, and all the videos in the future. It's not just my progression also, sorry. I'm going to be uploading videos, as you can see on my channel, from people like Abraham Hicks. There's a couple of interviews there with Wayne Dyer. If you click down below on my videos, you'll see them. There's a couple of videos by Neville Goddard over the last year. He's definitely someone that's really popped my consciousness, wherever he is in this non-physical reality right now. Thanks, Neville. You've really kind of popped my mind. So yeah, this is for those like-minded people and anyone developing their spiritual journey, I guess. This is what the Soul Garden's about. So let's get into it. Okay, so in this video I want to talk about how I used my imaginary act to win the lottery. Yeah, I know that sounds, but yeah, it's true. I won the lottery. So I win loads, but I didn't really go about thinking about that, to be honest with you. I just wanted to know that I could do it, you know what I mean? You might not be able to see this, but I have to flip it around. I'll put it, in fact, there's the ticket, but I'll put it on the screen later. It basically says 94 quid. You won 94 quid on, when was it? October. Wait, I cashed it on October the 10th, but it was the ticket for September the 14th. So that's pretty cool. So basically what I did is, well, where do I start here? So yeah, a couple of months ago, I was going through some meditation videos. I'll put a link again in the description for these videos I'm referencing, because I think any kind of content that I can help people with to do the same thing is valid, I think. So I came across the Gateway Experience, which is a CIA program to help get into different states of consciousness, specifically Focus 10 state, which is basically half awake, half asleep. That's the crucial place to go, really, to create these imaginary acts. And I know a lot of people try to get into these half awake, half asleep, these hypnagogia states of consciousness, but kind of fail because they fall asleep, right? Well, these guided meditations by the Gateway Experience and many others, they're there to help you stay awake, put you through exercises so your mind stays awake and your body falls asleep. So a few months ago I came across these videos, and I went head first, really, into them. Started using them quite a lot every night. Started using their practices. I got up to I think up to video wave 7 or 8 using them before I started to realize that, hold on a second, I could probably use this for my own use, because it's really helping me get into the half awake, half asleep state. And I know that's where you're supposed to be, to implant these imaginary acts in your reality, so you know they come true. And in future videos I'm going to go a little bit more into depth about Neville Goddard and who he was, and what's his understanding of all this. As I say, there's a few videos about Neville, his live lectures on my channel, so please check them out below. I'll put a couple of links up here somewhere, or down there somewhere, you know what I mean, for you to kind of click on and enjoy, but to pop your consciousness, as I say. But yeah, so I sat there one night and I just kind of went into this state of relaxation, breathe through. The Gateway Experience puts you through a meditation of breathing exercises, and it puts you through you as an instrument. You are an instrument, your body is an instrument, and you have to tune yourself in order to get to these states. So it does a lot of breathing exercises at the beginning, an Om meditation, which kind of balances your chakras tunes you. So if you're into music, guitar and all that kind of stuff, you know, you can't play the guitar until you're tuned, and you certainly can't play the piano until it's tuned, right? So same with you kind of need to tune yourself really to get into these states. And what tuning really does is it blocks out the 3D reality. So the more you tune yourself, the more you tune to these higher densities and these higher states of consciousness, and it's easy it is to get to. So I did that, got into kind of these states, and I realized that once I'm there, you know, the idea of an imaginary act is to cut out this 3D reality, so you're not sensing this reality at all, really. So go through these states. Family's having a little flight. Check that out. Yeah, once you get into these states, relaxation states, and you find yourself half awake, half asleep, this is the perfect place to conjure up an image in your mind, right? And just go with whatever feels natural. But the most important thing is to immerse yourself in that vision, in that imaginary act. Sorry if you can't hear me a little bit. I'm out in the wilderness right now. It's mid-November and it's a bit windy, so I'll try and speak up the best I can. But yeah, so try and immerse yourself into these imaginary acts, really. So you don't even realize you're there. I mean, you don't have to be in these half awake, half asleep states. You can just do it through daydreaming. But imagination is just like any other muscle. You've got to exercise it, practice it. So I would say things like, just close your eyes during the day and imagine what you had for breakfast, kind of see yourself there. That is kind of exercising your imagination muscle for people that are just starting. Again, I'll do another video in the future to talk about how to exercise your imagination, let's put it that way, right? So yeah, I got into this state, and then I just kind of, an image popped in my mind, really. It was quite natural. I kind of thought to myself, you know what, let's see if I can win the lottery. Simple as that, really. So my imaginary act was me sitting on my armchair in my lounge, facing my sofa, and my housemate sitting on the sofa, and I'm just relaxing there. And so I keep all my lottery tickets. When I play the lottery, the most important thing about the lottery is you've got to believe you're going to win. First of all, if like anything, you have to believe you're going to win. But it's all about the path of least resistance. Like Abraham Hicks says, you can't really have you can't be forcing this, and you can't be trying to make it happen as such. You have to kind of just, it's kind of a contradiction in terms, but you want to make it happen, but you can't force it to happen, right? So you have to be it already, right? As I say, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So you have to kind of naturally assume that, again, Neville Goddard, the law of assumption, you have to assume that whatever it is that you want has already happened, and you're living in the state of it already being, the state of the wish fulfilled, as Neville says it. So I was relaxing in this state, and I saw the sofa in front of me, and as I keep my lottery tickets, I keep them in a book, in a cookbook in the kitchen, and I just keep them there, and I just buy them on a regular basis. I keep a habit out of it, you know. I don't try and put much energy into it, like thinking about them, or is this going to win, do I need the money and all that. I never like stress about the ticket, like, or anything else. I just put it as an expectation to say, yeah, it's going to happen. And that's kind of how you have to have everything, right? You have to have this expectancy that whatever it is that you're trying to manifest is going to happen. And more importantly, you have to already know it's already happened, because as soon as you imagine something in any state, it's done. As Abraham says, it is done. So get into these states of consciousness, and once I was there, I saw the sofa in front of me, and what I did is and my housemate was sitting on the sofa. Hey Sam. And I picked my book up, my cookery book up, and I opened it up, and I saw these lottery tickets inside. And I just picked them out. This is, again, in my imaginary act. And I walked over to my housemate, and I gave him the tickets. And I said, go on, you check these. And he checks them through. And in my imaginary act, I heard him say, nice. Now, I didn't specify any kind of amount, right? And I think this is the thing, your subconscious is non-selective, right? So you've really got to be specific about what it is that you want. If you're not specific, it's going to conjure up whatever it is based on your belief systems and your thought process of what your natural expectancy and expectancy is. So you have pendulums and paradigms and programs and all these things in your mind and belief systems from the age of 7. Again, another guy, Dr. Bruce Lipton, talks about how your subconscious. Just digressing again. A great video down below in my video list by Dr. Bruce Lipton is called The Science of Belief. I suggest check that out. It's a real good eye opener of how the placebo works too in the biology of the body, but also in the mind. So you have these pendulums and paradigms of what your belief systems are and everything else, and because I didn't specify an amount, I think my subconscious just went with what I naturally believed I could have and what I assumed my body, my field, I guess, would allow me to project and manifest. So that was really all I did, really. I just manifested. I visualized this scene of the sofa and me having giving my housemate the lottery tickets out of the book, and then I saw him say nice, like one of them had won, and that was it. And then I drifted off to sleep, and that's kind of it. That's the kind of the key to these imaginary acts, if you're doing it through sleep state, is to drift into the state of the wish fulfilled. So as soon as you sleep into it, so as soon as you've imagined it, just go off into sleep, into that state, and that's when it's embedded into your subconscious, and it's going to happen. Now all you've got to do after that is just know that it's happened. You're not waiting for it to happen, it's already happened, and now you're kind of just asking yourself questions like, I wonder when that's going to happen, I wonder when that's going to do that, and you're just kind of confirming that it's happening. You're not waiting for anything to happen, because it's already happened, it's coming to you. There's a lady called Helen Hansel, who's basically the contest queen, who's entered so many competitions throughout her life, and she's won practically every single one, and her method is spec. Select it, project it, expect it, collect it. And that's really, in a nutshell, what you have to do with anything in manifestations. You have to kind of expect that whatever it is that you want has already happened, and it is coming to you. But you can't put much force and resistance into it, like, when is it going to happen, why is it going to happen, and you can't have desperation and need. So I just kind of put it to the back of my mind and left it, and then throughout the coming weeks I just popped in that imaginary act into my mind and going, oh yeah, that was cool, that was fun, and that's the key here. Have fun with this, right? Don't put pressure into this, just enjoy it, because it is something to be enjoyed. It's not the result, it's the journey. Remember that, right? It's the journey of what you're doing is the most enjoyable moment, because like everything in life, once we actually get what it is, it's very short-lived, and we'll find that actually it was the journey that was more enjoyable than the actual manifestation. So I left it, and every day I'll just kind of get up and just every now and again just think about it, not with any resistance, going, oh, that was pretty cool, imagine that, and when that's going to happen, right? And that's the kind of thoughts I'd say to myself. And I say on that ticket, I think it was October, I said now October the 15th, one morning, Sunday morning, I just got up and I didn't really think about it. Again, there was no resistance into this. I got up, I went downstairs, I was making a cup of tea, I think it was quite early in the morning, and I found myself having a receiving thought. This is something else I can talk about, understanding what a receiving thought is and what a created thought is in yourself. So I felt like I had a receiving thought of saying, yeah, check the tickets, that's cool. So I picked the book up, I walked into the lounge, and at this moment I wasn't even thinking about the imaginary act. I completely forgot about it, to be honest with you. And that's also the key. You kind of do, once you know that you've forgotten about it, it is in your subconscious. So I walked into the lounge, I passed the book over to my housemate, I said, do you want to check these? And I got on with doing something else on my phone. And then out of nowhere, he just kind of pops up his head and he went, nice. And I was like, oh yeah, no, nice. And at that moment, it was like the sync of my imagination meeting up with this reality. If you want to call it the 4D meeting up with the 3D. And it was quite a trippy feeling, actually. I can't really explain it into words. Words being a primitive form of communication in this sense. Yeah, I just kind of felt a sync, almost like deja vu, a little bit like deja vu. And I think that's really what deja vu is. It's your inner being syncing up to a state of consciousness that you've already created. And yeah, he said nice, and I said, how much do you want? And it was like 94 quid. So the thing is, I haven't won anything bigger than that before, and that's the thing. I've only ever won like £2, like lucky dips, things like that. And I won't lie, I've had resistance in all that kind of stuff, because I think years in the past I was trying to make it happen. And I think once you kind of let go and just relax, it builds up. Now, why wasn't it millions? Basically because I didn't specify, and my belief system wasn't matching up with what I wanted it to be. So what have I learned from that? Well, be as detailed as you can, because like I say, your subconscious is non-selective, so it will just pick out whatever it is it knows. It's kind of like a 3-year-old, you know. I like to use the analogy of like your subconscious is like the film Inside Out, you know, all these little characters running around trying to do something. So once it sees that it happens, it has to run around, it has to make it happen. It's not there to judge, it's not there to question, it's just there to make it happen. And I think if your subconscious was selective, we would be in a different state of reality for a start. But because it's non-selective, it's kind of like an automated machine. It has to just keep pumping the manifestations in this world out. So yeah, that's really what I want to say about that. Just kind of be as detailed as you can with your imaginary act and give it a go. But you don't have to use this to win the lottery. This was one of my keystone moments in my imagination creates reality, and how we manifest our outside world. It's no one else, it's down to us. Also want to just say quickly is I've got a book out at the moment. It's called My Little Book of Affs. Wealth and Abundance, 1111 affirmations to attract wealth and abundance into your life. It's available now on Amazon. Other publishers are coming soon, just sorting out those kind of details, so I'll put a link in the description for that if you want to help that. Upcoming videos are going to talk about affirmations and askformations and how these work, but essentially all this manifestation stuff is down to your belief and how you use your belief systems and how you create your world around you. So yeah, please check out the book if you like that. I know it's helped me throughout the years, and the reason I wrote that book is to help people like yourself and myself to kind of reaffirm that we do deserve the best in our life, and we can get them, and we just have to affirm to ourselves sometimes that we are worth it, and we do deserve it. So yeah, check out the book, My Little Book of Affs, Wealth and Abundance, 1111 affirmations to create wealth and abundance into your life. Please comment, like, subscribe, click the bell icon below if you like this video. Yeah, it helps the algorithm on YouTube for more people can see this video, so you can get it out there. But yeah, if you've got any comments or anything like you'd like to see on this channel, please comment below. Happy to respond. And remember, this channel is just as much as it is for you, it is for me. So I'll leave you with all that, and yeah, I'm going to enjoy this nice scenery with the ducks out here. And yeah, just happy manifesting, guys. And remember, you have the power. No one else, you do. Alright, take care guys, big love, all the best, speak soon.